A very good morning and Jai Hind children. Welcome to chemistry class. Children, in the previous class of chemistry, we have completed the explanation of the chapter. That is chapter number 6, changes around us. We have done the explanation. I hope you have read the chapter and you have understood it. If not, you can ask in the group, children. Now we are heading towards the exercise of the chapter. So first we will do the oral question and then today we will do the very short answer questions and choose the most appropriate answers. Okay, so today we are going to do the exercises. So all these exercises you are supposed to do in the book only. So please take out your book and be ready with your pencil and eraser so that you can write the answers in the book itself and you will write it with the help of pencil. Okay. Before that, children, let me quickly revise what we have studied in this chapter. So, changes around us. First, we have talked about what is change. This we have studied. That there are several changes that are taking place around us and all the changes that occurs that has certain reason or causes. Alright. So, that is a change. Change can be the change in shape. It can be change in size. It can be a change in color. Alright. So there can be several changes. Even the internal structure of an object or a substance can also change. This we have studied in this chapter. And then we have talked about different types of changes like reversible changes, irreversible changes, physical change and chemical change, and certain changes that can be both physical and chemical as well. Alright. So all these things we have talked about in this chapter. So quickly tell me, what is reversible change? So as the name says, reversible. The thing that can be reversed again. The substance that can be reformed and can be molded into its original form is called reversible change. Alright. Then what is irreversible change? The things or the substance once changed cannot come back to its original form is called irreversible change. Like if we prepare a curd from a milk, dahi jamta hai curd se, milk se. So what happens? Can we again convert the curd into milk? No, we cannot. So it is a irreversible change. Okay. Then take example of balloon. So we have taken a balloon, we blow the balloon and then we squeeze it and it is back to its original form. So is it a reversible or irreversible change? It is reversible change. Alright. So the things that can be brought back to its original form is called reversible and the things that cannot be brought back to its original form is irreversible change. Okay. Then we have talked about physical and chemical change. Isn't it? So what is physical and what is chemical change? So physical changes are those changes in which no new substance is formed. Okay. The internal structure or the internal molecule of the substance remains same. Like for example, tearing of paper. Isn't it? So when we are tearing a paper, the size of paper is changing, but the molecule of paper remains same. It does not change. Alright. So it is a physical change. Alright. And we have seen several examples of physical change. Okay. Now what is a chemical change? In a chemical change, when there is certain change taking place, a new substance is formed. The molecule of the substance also changes and we get a new substance altogether. Okay. So it is a chemical change. Like for example, we have burning of paper. So what is burning of paper? When we burn a paper, what happens? The paper is converted into certain black substance called ash and also certain gases is liberated out. So it is a chemical change. Alright. So these changes are called chemical changes. So changes can be reversible, irreversible, physical and chemical. I hope everybody is clear with all these changes. And now we have also seen what? We have seen one example in which both physical and chemical change is seen. What is that? Burning of candle. So we have also seen that example in the previous class that when we are burning the candle, so the melting of wax is a physical change, but burning of the wick is a chemical change. So all these things we have talked about in this chapter. Now heading towards the exercise of the chapter, that is, we'll talk about the oral question and then we'll move to the exercise. So I hope everybody is ready with their book and pencil. So children, let's get started with the exercise of the chapter. Let's start with the first oral question. So oral question, page number 66. Children, I hope I have given you the homework to write the new words. So I think everybody has written the new words in their fair notebook. Those who have not done it, children, it's the last day. Please write the new words in your fair notebook and I would like to see that. Okay. Now coming on to the oral question. So children, be ready with your pencil and write the answer. I'll send the answers in the school app also. So you can go to the e-content and you can see the answers there. Okay. But let's see the first question. In a change, new substances having different molecules are formed. In a change, a new substance having different molecules are formed. Is the change physical or chemical? Tell me, is the change physical or chemical? So the question is saying different molecules are formed. So we know that when a new substance or a different molecule is formed, such changes are called chemical change. So what is the answer? Answer is chemical change. Alright. Now, coming on to question number second. Are all physical changes reversible? Are all physical changes reversible? No. All the physical changes are not reversible. As we have seen what? Tearing of paper. So tearing of paper is physical change, but what happens? We cannot reverse it back to its original paper. Alright? So all physical changes are not reversible. Getting it? So what is the answer? Answer is no. Now coming to third question. When ice melts, it forms water. When ice melts, it forms water. We know that. Ice and water have very different properties. See, ice is solid and water is liquid. So they have a different property. Why then do we say that melting is a physical change? So this is very important question, children. We see water, we have seen ice. Yes. तो वाटर क्या होता है? लिक्विड होता है. बस आइस क्या होता है? सॉलिड होता है. दोनों का स्टेट कैसा है? चेंज्ड है. Ice is solid and water is liquid. But still, when ice is converted into water or when water is converted into ice, we say it as a physical change. So why we say the melting of ice to be a physical change? Because in melting of ice, the molecule of water is not changing, isn't it? In case of water, the molecule remains H2O, as well as in case of ice, it will remain H2O only. So the internal molecular structure of water and ice is not changing and no new substance is formed. Alright, that is why the melting of ice is called physical change. Alright, So what you will write, that I will send you in the school app. So please copy it from there. You can write the answer here itself. You are not going to write the oral questions in your fair notebook. Okay. You will write all the answers here in the book. Okay. It is at page number 66, children. Okay. So that was about the oral question. I hope you have understood it. Children, I also think that you have done this new words in your fair notebook. So in new words we have reversible change. What is reversible change? A change that can be carried out in a reverse direction. Okay, that is called a reversible change. इसको हम दोबारा से reverse कर सके. That is called a reversible change. Then we have irreversible change. The change that cannot be carried out in a reverse direction is called irreversible change. We have already discussed all these things, so I am not going into much detail of it again. Physical change, where no new substance is formed, it is called physical change. In chemical change, new substance with different properties is formed. So it is called a chemical change. So we are not going into much detail of it. We have already discussed it. And children, I hope you all have written these new words in your fair notebook. And you will also draw this concept map in your fair notebook at the blank side of the page. Okay, so these two are your homework, children. I have given you this homework in the previous class also. So you will draw this concept map in your fair notebook. Alright, so this is your homework. Okay, so do this homework and show it to me in the group. Alright, so to draw this concept map and to write the new words is your homework. Getting it? Now children, coming to the exercise of this chapter. So be ready with your pencil, children. I hope you all know the answers of these questions, but let's find if you are correct or not. Alright. So it is at page number 67. So please open page number 67, children. A. Choose the most appropriate answer. So we have to choose, you know what we have to do. We have to choose one among these four. So question number 1. In a physical change, A. The molecule of substance do not change. The molecule of substance change. Atoms forming the molecule undergo change. New substances are formed. So what is the correct answer? We know that in a physical change, we never form a new substance. Okay, so this option is wrong. Then atoms forming a molecule undergo changes. There is no change occurring in the molecule in case of physical change. Okay, so B and C and D, all three are wrong. What is the correct answer? Correct answer is A. The molecule of substance do not change. Okay, alright. Sorry. Now, question number 2. Growth in plants and animals is. Growth in plants and animal is. I have given you the example when I was teaching you this chapter. So, growth in plant and animal is a physical change, a chemical change, neither a physical change nor a chemical change since it is a life process. Either a physical change or a chemical change depending on how much growth is. Yes. So what happens in growth of plant and animal, children? So when there is a growth of plant and animal, we know that it cannot be reversed back. Once the human or animal or plant has grown and attained its height, it cannot be reversed back. Okay, we cannot again be converted into a embryo, or a plant cannot again be converted into a seed. Okay, so we know that it is a irreversible process. But what about physical and chemical change? So children, as the plant and animals are growing, we know that we are made up of cells. Plants are also made up of cells. And there are several chemical changes that are taking place inside our body. Okay, so it is not a physical change, it is a chemical change. So growth in plants and animal is a chemical change. Alright. So what is the correct answer? Correct answer is B. Now moving ahead with question number 3. If two substances are brought in contact, अगर हम दो substance को एक दूसरे के contact में ला रहे हैं, तो it will result in physical change only, chemical change only, either a physical change or a chemical change depending on the condition, of chemical change if they are heated together, otherwise a physical change. Yes children, what is the correct answer? Tell me. जब हम दो चीज को मिक्स करते हैं तो क्या सिर्फ फिजिकल चेंज होता है? नहीं. We have seen many examples where chemical changes are taking place. Like for example, what we have seen. So, if you remember, we have seen the previous example when there are chemical changes taking place when we mix two things together. So, what is the example? Example is this. Reaction of washing soda and lemon juice. So when a washing soda and lemon juice are mixed together, there is a chemical change. So first option is wrong. ठीक है? तो first option क्या हो गया? गलत हो गया. Let's see the second option. Chemical changes only. ऐसा भी नहीं होता है. क्यों नहीं होता है? क्योंकि when we are mixing the salt and water, there is no change in the molecule. तो सिर्फ chemical change भी नहीं हो सकता. तो what is the correct answer? Correct answer is C. Either a physical change or a chemical change depending on the condition. कैसी condition है उसके ऊपर depend करता है कि वो chemical change है कि वो physical change है. D option is also wrong because it does not happen that all the times when we are heating the substance, it only undergoes the chemical change. Okay, हम दो substance को mix कर रहे हैं तो भी कोई chemical change हो सकता है. So what is the correct answer? Correct answer is C. For third, the correct answer is C. Now fourth, chemical changes are always irreversible, mostly irreversible, always reversible, mostly reversible. So children, when there is chemical change taking place, we know that new substance will be formed. So new substance if it is formed, we cannot convert back into this original form most of the time. Like अगर हम पेपर को burn कर रहे हैं and it is now converted into ash, so we cannot convert that ash into paper again. Okay, so which type of change it will be? It will be a irreversible change. So mostly chemical changes are irreversible in nature. So what is the correct answer? B is the correct answer. That is mostly irreversible. Now fifth, which of these is a irreversible change? इसमें से कौन सा irreversible change है? First, melting of ice. Is it irreversible or reversible? आइस मेल्ट हो रहा है तो वो वाटर में कन्वर्ट हो रहा है. वाटर को हम फ्रीज कर रहे हैं तो वापस से आइस में कन्वर्ट हो जा रहा है. तो आई थिंक इट इज अ रिवर्सिबल चेंज. वेरी गुड. मेल्टिंग ऑफ वैक्स. नाउ व्हेन वैक्स इज मेल्टेड, ओके, इट इज कन्वर्टेड इनटू अ मॉल्टेन टाइप ऑफ वैक्स. वो लिक्विड में कन्वर्ट हो जाता है. बट इफ वी कीप इट फॉर सम टाइम, again it will be solidified and converted into a wax. Okay, so again it is a reversible change. Boiling of water. When we are boiling a water, water is converted into water vapor. Okay, but if we condense it, again the water vapor will be converted into water. So again it is a reversible change. Now what about burning of wax? So when we are burning the wax, there are several gases that are emitted. The wax is converted into several gases. Several gases is released. So can we convert that gas back to the wax? No, we cannot. So burning of wax is a irreversible change. So what is the correct answer? Correct answer is D. Now sixth, which of these is a reversible change? अब इसमें से कौन सा reversible change है? Milk turning into curd. मिल्क को अगर हम दही में कन्वर्ट कर रहे हैं तो क्या हम दही को वापस से मिल्क में कन्वर्ट कर सकते हैं? नहीं कर सकते हैं. Burning of wax. We have talked about here. Burning of wax is a irreversible change. Melting of wax. Yes, it is a reversible change. Why? Wax melt hua. We keep it for some time. It will again be converted into a solid wax. Getting it? So it is a irreversible change. Let's see the rusting of iron. We have talked about this in the class. What is rusting of iron? When iron is exposed to water and air, a brown coating appears over the iron that cannot be converted. We cannot convert a rusted iron back to its original form. Okay? So rusting of iron is a irreversible change. So what is the correct answer? Correct answer is C. Melting of wax. I hope children you are going with me. Okay. Seventh. Which of the following is a physical and reversible change? इनमें से कौन सा physical change भी है और reversible change भी है? Let's see. Heating a iron and sulfur to form iron sulfide. So if you remember in the previous class, I have shown you a figure where there were several test tubes and a black powder was present in that test tube. That was because of the burning or heating of iron and sulfur. Okay, so we know that there was certain new substance formed. So if a new substance is formed, it cannot be a physical change. So first option is wrong. Now B, melting of ice to form water. Melting of ice to form water. So when we are melting a ice, it forms a water, definitely. So when we are freezing the water, it will again be converted into ice. So it is a reversible change. Let's see it is a physical or a chemical change. So we know that ice also has the same molecule, that is water, whereas water also has the same molecule, isn't it? So there is no new substance formed. So melting of ice to form water is a physical as well as reversible change. Let's see the weathering of rock. Weathering of rock क्या होता है बेटा? When the lower portion of the rock is heated and it is converted into a small soil or a rock. Okay, it is called weathering of rock or a formation of rock. Okay, or we can say formation of a soil is done with the help of a weathering of rocks. So once a soil is formed, we cannot convert it back to the rock. Okay, so it is not a it is a irreversible process. Cooking of rice. Once we have cooked the rice, we cannot convert the rice back to its raw form. Okay, so again it is a irreversible change. So what is the correct answer? Correct answer is B. For seventh, answer is B. Okay. Eighth. Which of these is physical and irreversible change? अब देखते हैं. Burning of paper. So in burning of paper, new substance is formed? Yes. So it is a chemical change. Evaporation of water. So when water is evaporated, when water is completely evaporated, what happens? Can we get it back? No, we cannot get it back. Okay. So it is not a reversible process. Breaking of a glass tumbler. कोई ग्लास है वो टूट गया, ठीक है, तो वी नो दैट इट इज अ फिजिकल चेंज. यस, क्योंकि ग्लास जब टूटा तो उसने किसी नए मॉलिक्यूल, no new molecule or no new substance is formed. Okay, so it is a physical change and we cannot also fix it back. Okay, we cannot again convert it into back into its original form. ओके अगर हम इसको ओरिजिनल फॉर्म में कन्वर्ट करने की कोशिश कर भी रहे हैं देन ऑल्सो उसमें एक लाइन और एक स्क्रैच इट विल बी विजिबल परमानेंटली. ओके सो दिस ब्रेकिंग ऑफ ग्लास टम्बलर इज अ फिजिकल एंड irreversible change. Lightning of an electric bulb. So when an electric bulb is lighted, there are certain chemical changes taking place inside the bulb. Okay, so it is again a chemical change. Okay, it is not a physical change. So what is the correct answer? Correct answer is C, breaking of glass tumbler. I hope you have done it. Alright, now moving ahead with B. Very short answer questions. Give one word answer. First, every change has a cause. True or false? It is true. We have talked about it. Every change can be classified as either physical or chemical. Definitely. Every change can be classified as physical and chemical. So it is true. So children, please mark true in first and second. Third, is dissolving sugar in water a physical change or a chemical change? So when we are dissolving a sugar in water, is there any change in the molecule? No, the sugar will remain sugar and water will remain water. Though the taste will change, they will mix together, but the molecule will remain same. Okay, so if the molecule remains same, so it is a physical change. So what is the correct answer? It is physical change. Now fourth, is change of state a physical change or a chemical change? अगर स्टेट में चेंज हो रहा है, स्टेट में चेंज होने का क्या मतलब होता है? When solid is converted into liquid and liquid is converted into gas. So is it a physical or a chemical change? Let's take an example of water. So when we are freezing the water, it is converted into ice and the state is converting into solid, but the molecule remains same. Okay, so change of state is a physical change. So what is the correct answer? Physical change. Now fifth, most chemical changes cannot be easily reversed. Most chemical changes cannot be easily reversed. Such changes are called irreversible changes. So what is the correct answer? Correct answer is irreversible change. Okay, you can write it down. Jab we cannot reverse it, it is written we cannot reverse it. So it is an irreversible change. Sixth. Is changing of milk into curd reversible change? No, it is irreversible change. Why it is irreversible? Because curd cannot be converted back to milk. 7. Can you get burnt paper back to its original form? No, we cannot get a burnt paper back to its original form. So answer is no. 8. Last one. Substances expand on heating. Is that a physical change or a chemical change? So when a substance is expanding, no new molecule is formed, no new substance is formed. Okay, so it is a physical change. So mark physical change. Alright, so that was all about the exercise of this chapter. That is, we have done oral question. We have done the choose the most appropriate answer and very short answer question. So children, please do complete all these exercises in your book, and in your fair notebook, you will write the new words and you will draw the concept map. That is your homework. Alright. So that's all for today's class. Hope you have done all these exercises. So that's all for today's class, children. Thank you and Jai Hind everyone.